Hello everyone, welcome to the Creative Cove. My name is Michelle, and on this channel I like to create ephemera, either hand-drawn or painted, papers, lace, all kinds of different things. So this video, I thought I don't think I've actually done a book, like an actual journal. I've maybe done covers and things like that, but I don't think I've done a journal from start to finish. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to maybe do a couple of episodes where we assemble a journal together. I'm just gonna make it up as I go. So some things are gonna look right and some things you're gonna think, maybe not. I don't know if I do that or not, but it's all part of the creative process, the learning process. I find as I work on something, my ideas of what I like and how I put them together kind of change as I go. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do it together, and maybe some of the ideas in this project might inspire you to do some of the same things or snowball on those ideas and create your own special journals. So I really like botanicals. I love flowers, and I'm really into a lot of pressed flowers. I have a lot of pressed flower videos. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a botanical style journal. I'm also right into the vintagey look, if that's even a word. I like the neutral tones. I don't do a lot of bright colors, maybe a little bit of yellow, maybe a little bit of pink, but primarily my colors are quite muted, and that's the style I like. So if this isn't your style, you can always change out the materials to what you have and what you like and still follow along in the process. So I thought what I would like to do is maybe start the book today, and I don't know how long the video will be, but this drawing that I did last night, Queen's Anne's lace, it's one of the flowers that grow wild here where I live, and it's one of my favorites. I just love to see it. It's just so wild and pretty and natural. A lot of people consider it probably a weed here, but it's one of my favorites. So I did a little sketch, and then I sewed it to some lace, and I thought I would like this to be the cover, I think. So I'm gonna start with this, and this is a file folder, one of those green kind of little folders that you store things in. And I really like the green, and I really like the brown. So I use these quite often. And what I do like about them is they have this pre-fold in them already. And I get like a whack load of these at a thrift shop. You know, you just go in there and they have a box of them for like $4. So I always buy them when I see them. So they have these pre-folds. I personally like soft cover journals. I don't like rigid. I find what happens is I build a rigid one and then I can't fit everything in it. When the soft ones, if I build them a little wider, when I tie them off, they get bulky in the middle, but you can still close the book. And so that's the style I like. And one of the things that inspired me to do this book was I was in the thrift shop and I found these transparency films for $3.99, and it's full. And they're those old projector type plastic things that teachers used to use to project. Maybe they still use them onto the wall. And I really like the reuse of these. I hate them going in landfill and things like that. So this journal is kind of like a junk journal, but it will have new stuff in it. But most of it is gonna be like hand-drawn or painted or pressed flowers, things that I've used myself. I'm not downloading any digital papers for this. I may incorporate a couple of scraps of leftovers as the video goes by, but I want to produce the decorative stuff myself by using some tools and some sketches and things like that. So I thought these would make really fun pockets. So I think what we'll do is we'll sew two together. And this is the standard, what is it, 8 by, I think it's 8.5 by 11. So standard like photocopy sheet. And I think that's the size of the book that I'll make. So basically this folded in half is going to be the size, and then that will fit on the cover. So what I want to do is I thought if I could make a couple of these and make them into double pockets and sew them in the middle of my journal, they would make really cute little specimen holders where you could put your pressed flowers in, or, you know, if you're collecting feathers or whatever it is you're into. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shear a little bit off one of these. And I hope that you can see it. It's highly reflective stuff. So just bear with me. And this is just kind of casual. So it's really just having fun with some of this stuff. And I'm just gonna semicircle punch here to indicate a pocket. So you can see the pocket. And then I thought, if we sew these together, and I have my sewing machine out, and I've been sewing quite a bit. I've really gotten into the sewing. But you can use a glue if you don't have a machine, if you don't have any of the tools that I have while I'm filming here. You can always substitute things out. So make sure I'm in screen here. There we go. So this is my really old sewing machine that my mom bought for me years ago. It still works. And I thought while I'm sewing these, I might add some lace to the edges so that it sticks out on the side of the book. So I'm not a very good sewer. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that I can't sew straight, and that's okay. So I'm gonna zigzag, and I'm just gonna hopefully get the two sheets together as straight as I can. See if this machine will, yeah, it does feed the plastic. So I do wanna make sure I'm grabbing the plastic and the lace at the same time, because we want to seal that pocket. So I'm just going to double check that because I feel like I've missed it in a spot. And I'm just going to cut that off and just flip it over and make sure that I did grab. Okay, good. I did get the plastic. So we want to seal all of this off to create those pockets. So I love trying to use materials that were used for something else, but now used for this purpose. And if that makes sense at all. I really love the idea of recycling material. I mean, sometimes you do just have to go with used material, or new material. That happens, of course, nothing wrong with that. But I do try to reuse material as much as possible. I like to reinvent it in a way. So here's another little piece of lace I'm just gonna add in. Hopefully sew relatively straight. And I work quite messy. I don't put the stress on myself to make things perfect. Now I know there's people out there who really do like perfection or really do like straight lines. Oops, I missed the whole pocket there, look. It's just not my style. I mean, I certainly appreciate people who take the time and do it perfect, for sure. But for me, I like just to go for it. And so see, I missed that. So I sewed it here, but then I went off the rails. It's, again, my style. So I just want to make sure I do grab that plastic with the lace. So let's try that again. All right. Let's see if I get it this time. Just reinforce the top a little bit. Hopefully I got it. Third time's a charm, maybe? Yep, I got it. Yay. Okay, so that's all sewn in. So I'm gonna just move my sewing machine out the way here. There we go. So there, I've got a cute little pocket. So then when I go to sew the signatures in, or tie them in, whatever I decide to do, this will be in half, and now I have a pocket here, and a pocket here where I could put some pressed flowers. So that also gives me the gauge of the size of the cover I need. So, which is basically a piece of paper. So you see this coffee dyed paper, standard photo paper, is the same size. So now I can just fold this in half. And I have pretty much an idea of how big I need to make my cover. So for this guy, I'm gonna take these little folds, and I'm gonna fold them. And that's why I love using these file folders. One, I love the color, and two, the folding process is already there. I just have to reinforce the actual fold lines. Easier said than done. I'm trying to keep it in camera. All right, let me zoom out a bit. There we go. That way it's not right in your face when I fold it. Did I get it? No, I still missed it. Jeez Louise. There we go. So you can tell I'm no professional. I just like doing this stuff. I still don't have it. There we go. That's that one. None of them are folding straight. It's because I'm on camera, that's why. And I'll try and catch that one. Wrestling with this today. Oh, all right. There we go. I think I got it. So I'm basically just folding all of those little creases so that I have a round cover, because that's the kind of cover I like. I'm gonna find that center and then I'm gonna cut it. So I would recommend using a cutting board for this, just for the cover. I usually can't be bothered to get this out, but because you do want your cover pretty straight, you might want to invest in getting one of these cutting boards. So I'm just going to chop these metal plates off because they're in the way. It's like a workout. Getting a workout today. Crafting. Who knew you could mix cardio and crafting? All right, so I'm gonna chop down a little bit here because I don't need this huge book. Okay. So before I chop it though, I want to make sure I don't go too small. So I like to, if I'm in frame here, I like to leave a little edge around. So I'm gonna go about here, which is just, let's do 9¼ inches. Try and give you measurements this time, and this could make a nice little folder too, so we'll hang on to that. And then I'm gonna go back to my coffee dye, and let's give it a nice generous. So this is gonna fold up, so we're gonna start about 6 inches, so 6½ inches will give me plenty of room. Now again, you can make this smaller, you can make it wider if you like these things to stick out on the edge. Entirely up to you, but I'm pretty much making it up as I go. So I'm just gonna cut it at 6½ inches, and I just want to make sure because it's folded, I want to make sure that I am straight. So 9 inches, did we say, or 9¼ I can't remember. So it's a little wonky. 9¼ a bit too long. Look. So you see how messy I am? I don't know. It's just in my nature to be messy. Okay, so there's pretty much our cover. And it's pretty flimsy, but that's the kind of covers I like. Now you can reinforce it. Of course, you could do a hardcover, whatever style you're drawn to. But I really do like the soft cover. So now I want to incorporate this. I want to do something nice on the edge here. So again, I'm making this up as I go. So bear with me. I'm going to just start pulling out some fabrics here. Because I do like the mixture of fabrics and textiles. So here's some, I think this is pretty vintagey looking lace. It's old and delicate, but it's so pretty. And I've got to use it up because I've had it forever. What else have I got? Oh, so much stuff. Got this. And they're all just scraps. So I've got to start using them up. So maybe something like this. And this. I don't want it too busy. I think I need something quite neutral behind it. Just digging through my repertoire here. Like I said, I'm making it up as I go, so I'm not 100% prepared. Something neutral I think I need. So let's try this. I think I like the green to stay. So I'm gonna just kind of wing the size. And then I can trim it down. So I can get this big sheet out the way. Okay, so let's play with this. Am I in frame? I think so. So again, I like the green. I think I'd like the corners rounded, so I'm just gonna cut them. You can use a corner punch if you've got one, but I don't have it handy. I do have one somewhere. And I really like the botanical journals where you do incorporate your own little sketches and things like that. It just, I just find them so personal, and there's something like they're almost a keepsake that you can hand down to your kids at some point, because it's all your original work. Even if you're not an artist by any means, I mean, it's an intimidating thing to draw if you're not confident in it. But when I teach drawing or painting, the biggest thing I try to get across to people is try not to be overwhelmed by making something perfect and putting that pressure on yourself. Just have fun with it, and you know, just try it. If you have a step-by-step type instruction, like some of my videos, you might surprise yourself. It's like my friend trying to teach me how to bake. You know, I was like, I can't bake. And she's like, well, you know, when's the last time you really sat down and learned to bake, or sat down and, you know, had somebody teach you step by step how to do something? And we did that, and wow, I suddenly could make a cake. That wasn't like a doorstop, because I had somebody teach me step by step. So maybe something like this. All right, maybe I'll just sew this down to start, and then we can kind of go from there, what I want to see on the edge. Yeah, let's do that. Oh my gosh. I am stuff everywhere right now. Am I in? Yeah. Okay, let's sew this down. Let's start there. I'm going to drop this down lower and then put this up here. So it's not even along the top, just for something a little different. And remember, this is just stitched. So if you're developing your cover and you think, oh, okay, I've changed my mind, I don't like this, just take the stitches out. All right. And I'm not sure at this point which video will be uploaded, if it's going to be this one or if I'm going to do the sketch of the Queen's Anne's lace and put that video up first. But at some point, the video for the lace and this book will be up on my channel. So if you wanted to do sketch the Queen's Anne lace, I will have a video on that for you. And it's a quickie sketch, very loose and quick and easy and stress-free is the idea behind my quickie sketches. And you know, for every one I do, I maybe keep one or two of them. I don't like them all, but it's a learning process. All right. Hey, come on. Wow, that's not working, or am I missing it? There we go, I'm missing it. Put that out of the way for a second. Okay, so there's the cover so far. So I feel like I need to do something on the side. I think this is just a little too thick. I have this brown lace, but I find it gets lost. So maybe just putting this here and then this. Think that's too much? Too busy? I don't want to take away from the drama of the drawing. Maybe we'll just do a solid background, solid side. That might work. Let's try that. So I have another piece of scrap fabric here, and all my scraps are basically from the thrift shop. They're either old pillowcases or sheets or, ouch, or scrap fabrics that they have on sale. So I didn't sew this part down because I wasn't sure if I wanted it over top. Okay, that I like better. Just something more solid. And then maybe we can add a piece of lace here. That I like. Hopefully you guys like that. Do I want this on top? don't want that on top. So it's a lot of playing back and forth. This might not be your style of video, or you can always fast forward the parts you don't like. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to actually build a journal together. I don't know if I like this piece. Okay, let's just sew this in. Should I just sew it like that? Are you as indecisive as I am when it comes to crafting? Usually I'm not this indecisive, actually. Usually I'm just like, let's get her done. But maybe because the camera's rolling. Oh, you know what I could put up here? A piece of jute. I really like the jute. See if I've got some left. I've got this and I've got this. Oh, I like this one. So the jute is another natural element that you can add that really adds, and this I just get from the dollar store, and it is braided, so it adds even more texture. I've got a little bit here, but I think a thicker piece down the edge here might be nice. All right, I'm going for it. Move this back in. Yeah. In, yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this, and then I'm going to put this. Hopefully you can see that. And I think I like that. Am I straight? Straight enough. I'm going to zigzag it. So hopefully I can catch all 3 layers. I think I might move this jute over just a little bit. There. There. All right, let's do it. Let's make sure I'm getting all 3 layers here. Nailed it. All right, it's kind of cute. I'm just gonna chop this off right here for now until I decide what look I want. I want scrappy or polished. Don't know yet. So nothing straight as usual. Okay, and I'm not gonna bother doing the back just yet. Just gonna live with that. Okay, I really like the cover so far. Yeah. So we'll work on the back on another video. So let's put maybe a couple of signatures in, just maybe 1 or 2 sheets, just to see how this pocket works. So what I want to do, I think in this case, is I'm going to sew my signatures to each other, create a couple of these, and I did one already somewhere else. Just wanted to make sure it would actually work. So I did make another one. And I'm gonna put a couple pieces of coffee dyed in between. And I'm not gonna sew all of these together into the book. What I wanna do is sew the signatures to themselves, and then I can decide whether or not I want to sew them into this book or tie them in, and that we can develop on another video. So I just want to make sure my pockets are the right way up, because that's something I would do, is sew them upside down. Okay, so now I'm just going to fold it and hopefully sew it in the middle. So I'm gonna follow this fold line, and hopefully this plastic doesn't slip too much. But again, if it does, just take the time-consuming part of taking out the stitching and redoing it. So you could clip this, so it doesn't move on you, because the cellophane is quite slippery, but I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna back it up a bit, then I'm gonna maybe slow a little bit, so slower, bleh, and try and make sure I'm getting all those things in the middle. So my signatures aren't huge. There we go. Hopefully I got that in the middle. So far it looks okay. So through there. So there's a signature that's completed. And then I can decide whether or not I want to tie these in, or if I want to sew them into a piece and then glue it to here. There's all kinds of options. And I really like the cute little ruffled edges that we created with the pockets. And here's a little pocket. So do I have a pressed flower handy? Probably not. But I can just show you here with how the pocket works. Here's a sketch. So anything you like, put feathers in there, whatever you want. So now you have these little clear specimen type pockets. So you can take this little book with you if you're into collecting flowers and stuff, and you can put them in here. Now I wouldn't press them in here just because this is plastic and they'll go moldy. They need to breathe. So you want to make, if you do decide to press them in this book, you can, but put them between something absorbent like watercolor paper or multimedia paper, and then press them inside here. And that will work. They need to breathe while they dry. So there, I think that's maybe one more little, say I'm on a roll, so maybe we'll add something to the book journal here. What have I got that I've done? I did a video on these ferns, so we could possibly do something like this, where we can add it as a pocket. So maybe decorate the page. So why I like to not sew my signatures in right away, and sometimes I just work on a piece of paper and then sew it together, is I like to sew through things, and I like to add different bits and pieces. So for this, I'm just gonna stick it down. It had a little bit of double-sided tape stuck to it, but it's not strong enough, so I'm gonna re-sew it. This is where I can add this, maybe. I mean, that's kind of cute, right? So let's do that. And again, just adding textures, layers, using up scraps, and using up your own little sketches. And please, look over on my channel at all the quickie sketch videos I have. This fern is one of them. And they actually get sketched quite quickly, and they're relaxing and fun to do. All right. Make sure that I'm in frame here, and let's just sew this guy down really quick. Oh, my petal's miles away. There we go. I'm just gonna sew this. And we'll go backwards a little bit. There we go. And that's that. And I can sew all the way around the pocket if I want to. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna chop this bottom off. There we go. So there, we got a little pocket, and we can put something in it. It's like a piece of paper for notes. Here, let's use this guy. It's a good start. And I left this open just in case I want to add something here. Even if you start a page, you don't necessarily have to finish it. And then I thought it'd be kind of fun to put this stamp in this. I think this Stampin' It Up 2002, and it's just lines where you can record information. So let's do that. So I'm going to use my distressed oxide here and just coat it really well. And then I'm gonna try and line it up as straight as I can. Push on it. Sorry, the camera's shaking. And there, got a little note taking. We could add something like words. Have I got anything good here? Well, let's use this guy. I really like this guy lately. So you could put, just write the word notes maybe. Let's try that. And, T-E-S. And I got this, I think, at Walmart. It was pretty cheap. And I like it because it's kind of got that vintage label look that you'd see back in the day in the library or something. So there, we got notes. Oh, the O didn't come out very well. Where do we want to put it? I really don't like the fact that the O didn't come out, so let's try that again. All right, so you got to squeeze pretty hard on this thing. N, O, T, E, S. All right. There we go. It's a bit better. This still, the O's pretty wonky, eh? It's getting old, I guess. I bought it years ago, and then, like most of us who craft or do art, we buy stuff and go, "Oh, I'm really going to use that," and then it gets lost in the mix, and then you rediscover it, and then you get to use it again. All right. Okay, that bothers me. It's gonna have to go straight. Sometimes I like things on an angle, and then sometimes it really irritates me. Isn't that weird? So I need that to be straight for this. I don't know why. There we go. So we can keep adding to it if we want. We can add more strips. We can put more texture in this page. We can embellish a little tag to go in here, but I think that will be it for video number 1. So I'll do a couple of episodes where we build this book together. And hopefully you revisit me, hit the subscribe button. That way you'll get notified, or the notification button, and you'll get notified as to when I upload the next installment of this. And we'll just have fun building together. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you liked it. I hope you come back and we can work on this project together. Okay, everyone. There we go. Have a great day. Bye.